My name is Austin Johnson, and I'm not just here to talk about homelessness, but I'm here to challenge the way we think about it. Um, Everyone thinks that homeless people are, people who've made mistakes, and it's all their fault, but that's not always true. I try not to look at it like that. Um, I want to persuade everyone into believing that helping homeless people is not optional, not a responsibility, and not impossible to do. In bigger cities, New York, you'll see homeless people laying on the streets. Some get lucky to be in shelters all the time, but around here, you don't see as many homeless people, but there definitely is. I've seen a few in the woods, using tents and stuff. So there's definitely some here, but there are a lot more homeless people than you think. Um, and people can have stuff and be homeless. That's just, they can't afford rent or to be in a home in the area that they live. Tonight, I wanted to persuade everyone on three things. The first thing is homeless is not a personal failure. The second thing is there are solutions for homelessness. The third thing is we have the power to help these people, and that's what I want to persuade everyone to do. 6 ways to that we can help homeless people is offering them food and hygiene, donate clothing and blankets to them, provide information about services, where where a shelter is, or where they can take a shower today, nearby hotels, stuff like that. Listen to their stories. Their stories do matter. These people are human just like us, and I believe that their stories deserve, we should listen to their stories. Everyone always assumes, these people are homeless, it's their fault. Well, that's not always the case, Everyone makes mistakes, and I try not to look at it like that. So, I know it's really hard for them, and it honestly sucks, but we need to listen to their stories and try to help them as much as we can. We should offer them transportation. Let's see. The last thing was it's all in the beliefs and the mindset. Every every person is, or most homeless people get down on themselves and don't believe, well, I can do better. I can get a job and get a house soon. They're homeless, and they think they have to be stuck with that, which is totally not true. Um, Even my family, doesn't always look at homeless people in the best way. I'm sure everybody has witnessed somebody, or even yourself, drive past a homeless person, and maybe they have on good clothes, and you say, well, they don't really need help. But it's not always the case. I could have given them nice clothes, but they're still struggling, need help, need food, or they have a nice haircut, so they don't need help. That's, not the case. These people are struggling, and there's plenty of homeless people that don't need help and do it just, want money and all type of stuff. But the ones who actually need the help, we need to try to help all of them. But I hope we can make an impact on the ones who actually need help. The lack, I'm sorry, the main reason for homeless people being homeless is lack of being able to afford housing. Rent has increased a lot in many of places, and we still make the same amount of money. So it's very hard for people to afford, stuff like um, nice apartments. I mean, you go to New York, and I know it's extremely hard for homeless people. Everything's far more expensive than it is here. But even here, people are able to charge more because people need those houses. So set your own price, and people will pay for it. Um, Homelessness is not because someone is lazy. A lot of people don't have access to the stuff we have access to. It makes it hard. Maybe they don't have an ID. They can't afford to get an ID. A lot of those things that they need to get a job. They need those things to get a job.